Hello everybody, this is Gundam Fox coming at you with a 400 cost rated match here in the gym raid. We're going to be on Impact Site for this match here, and I'm going to be using the level 2 variant of the gym raid. And I'm going to explain why momentarily in this video, but I just want to go over the basics of the gym raid here. I do also have a testing video on this suit as well if you want a more in-depth look at this mobile suit, such as its skills and whatnot, but for this I'll just be going over the basic loadouts and starting off, the gym raid is not actually a raid, it's actually a general unit, so yeah, really a, mix in expectations with the naming there, but despite not being a raid, it still has plenty of raid-like potential built into it. For your weapons, you have the Gym Raid Assault Shotgun. This is a pretty nice instant stun weapon, though one of the issues with it, which is something I forgot to mention in my testing video, is that this shotgun does not punch through maneuver armor like the Xeon shotgun does, which probably explains why this one was graced with having 8 rounds of ammo instead of a very small magazine size, so that is something you want to remember when using this suit. Though if you don't like the shotgun, you can switch it out for the bullpup machine gun, which is the standard bullpup that plenty of Federation mobile suits can use. I do still like the bullpup machine gun. I haven't tested it out on this suit yet, but I have actually been meaning to, so probably sometime in the future I will try to use the bullpup and see how well it works. But yep, for now, for this match, I am going to be using the default assault shotgun. And yeah, with the primary range weapons out of the way, that's going to give me room to talk about the large heat daggers, which are your first melee weapon. These do only have one melee swing, but they do some really good damage, especially on the downswing, which does 2 hits. So yeah, really nice weapon here, and especially again with the downswing, you can lunge with it. So, if you're not close enough to a target where you feel like you'd usually be able to get a melee, you can try to do a downswing, and at least maybe one of your swings might hit, so that is really nice. You have a pair of head-mounted Vulcans, these being the late model. That's a pretty standard pair of head Vulcans. You can boost while using them, nothing really too major to say there. You have the Gym Raid Beam Saber, this is your second melee weapon, and this one you can swing 2 times. The only drawback is that it does have a cooldown time of 3.5 seconds, which is a whole second longer than melee weapons tend to be, so that is something to keep in mind when using this suit. You have the Leg Triple Missile Pod ×2, those are your leg missiles, and I think these weapons are really good. Aside from the Vulcans, I think this might be your only other ranged weapon, and these do have some really good stun accumulation, as well as some really good range as well, so I do think these are a nice weapon to use if, you're trying to get somebody who's at a distance. Because, if you're using the shotgun, obviously you're not going to have a whole lot of range to work with, so these are a nice weapon to use, again, in place of that. Next you have the Smoke Discharger ×2, this gives you temporary stealth and increased defense. You have the Gym Raid Spike Shield, that's going to be your final sub-weapon here, and that's going to provide you some extra defense until it gets, destroyed. So, yeah, you do have a shield with this suit, and it is also going to pair with one of your skills. You do have shield tackle as well, so as long as that shield is still up, you'll have some increased damage with your tackles, so it's always a nice little extra to have. And yeah, aside from the loadout there, the only other thing I do want to mention about this suit is that your counter is actually very similar to the one that the Camphor uses, and from my memory, the Camphor counter is actually one of the best counters in the game. I think the Shortram Gallus has it as well. I know it tends to do quite a lot of damage, so you do have that counter with this mobile suit here, which is really nice. And I think that's just really my overall sayings on the gym raid here. I think it's a really nice suit overall. Now to go to the reason why I mentioned I like playing it more, or why I went with this 400 match here, is because I just think the suit really does a whole lot better at 400 than it does at its native cost of 350. Now I think part of the reason why is because, you know how 350 is, it's pretty much inhabited by the Thunderbolt Agais nowadays, which really just tend to be a nuisance, and especially for this suit here, which doesn't have a dodge roll, Yeah, it can get kind of annoying real fast sometimes, so yeah, that's kind of the reason why at 400, I just think the suit just works a whole lot better. And I think with the way that 400 is structured as well, with the type of suits that you're going to be fighting, like, the suit just feels like it just works a whole lot better at that cost. Like, it just feels a lot better to play in comparison to how I felt playing it at 350. And you've already seen it a couple times already, just how much damage this suit is capable of. Like, going in for the downswing here, like a little over 3,000 damage against a gym custom, and almost 3,000 against what I think might be a powered gym. It's a powered gym there. And that's with the beam saber, so that's what I was also saying when I said you have plenty of raid-like potential with this suit. Even though you're not actually a raid, you are still carrying quite the hefty, melee potential, which is how much damage you can do with a dagger, beam saber, dagger combo if you're able to get the whole combo off. Which really, I feel like if you're able to get like a pretty standard stun and knock somebody over, then really it shouldn't be too much of an issue to, really just quickly get that counter off and maybe try to fall back, or maybe, prepare your shotgun to try to get into a stun. It really just kind of depends what the situation you're in is. We also have the smoke discharger that I mentioned earlier, which is really nice because, again, you get temporary stealth for using that, as well as some temporary defense. So if you do find yourself, in some sort of pinch, or maybe you need to sneak up on somebody, you can always use this, and, maybe try to get away or try to sneak around somebody. So yeah, there are plenty of just really nice potentials. I say potentials plural. There's just some really nice potential that this suit is carrying with it. So yeah, really nice, and I have been seeing it quite a bit as well in the matches that I've been playing during the second week. I also did try to play it again recently as well, and I think I still had some really decent results using it. I think I was at 350 too, and I think at 350 it kind of started feeling quite a lot better since I started playing the 400 and went down to the 350. Kind of just taking the skills I learned from that level and applying it there. It just felt like, I was kind of learning, still had to learn the suit, and really just apply my skills there, and hey, managed to slide in with a downswing takedown there. There is the jerk, trying to go in for the downswing. Oh, it looks like one of those hits, but yeah, again, as you can see, just really good melee damage against raids. Being a general, ironically being named the gym raid, you are a general that is going to do quite the hefty damage to raids, so it's probably the main strength of this suit. It does feel like it is meant to kind of be a raid killer with the way it's designed, so yeah, that's going to take us to the end of the match here, timeout, and we'll see how we did here with the gym raid in this match here. We got some good works going on the side chat there, and looks like top in assist and top in damage dealt. First place overall with 6 kills and 2 loss, not too shabby there. And yeah, that's going to do it for the match there in the gym raid. And yeah, again, this seems like a really nice suit. It's really also just nice that we are getting this, for free as part of the limited missions. Because this is something I voiced countless times over. Low cost just really needs more widely available mobile suits. And now that we're in the 3rd week of anniversary, we do have the Jim Kai Shadows weapon rack as well. That's another suit that I plan on doing a video on in the future once I get some more matches with it. Really try to experiment with the suit there. But it is a 300 to 350 cost mobile suit, so I'm going to be curious to see how it operates in TB Ag Guy territory. But after this, we just have Makuve's Goof, which I do believe is going to be a 300 to 350 cost raid. And although I do not like the design of Makuve's Goof, I am still going to be very interested to see what they do with it to make it stand out from the OG Goof. So, really looking forward to that for the 4th week of anniversary. But, yeah, I really don't have anything else to say here, so that's going to be the end of this video here. Comment down below what you think about the gym raid. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And with that, I will see you all in the next one. Later.